Hello, people. I'm going to quickly into this one. I want to talk to you about a bit of strategy for domination on terminal. This is for the scenario when you are attacking. What I tend to do is I follow this sort of central route, smash through these windows, and drop down. Obviously, when you're defending, you start at the back of the map, and there's two routes that you can possibly take, one to A, one to B, and this for me is generally a pretty traffic free zone, and then I'll plant a tactical insertion at the rear there to, well, for when I die. I mean, obviously you've got to have the attitude that you are going to die doing this, unless you are absolutely uber awesome, in which case use claymores. But what I tend to do is, what you got to do is you got to learn the spawns, and it does take some time to get an idea as to how the spawns work. But once you've got the spawns down, then you're going to be able to use this sort of technique a lot more effectively. So what I'm doing is I'm camping myself out of the way of the general traffic, and in all honesty, this works a little bit better once we've taken A. When A has been taken, then it makes this particular strategy a lot easier. What you're needing to be doing is, if you hang around outside this particular building, don't get too close to it, because when you get too close to the building and when you get inside the building, it'll start to force the spawn away from where you want it to be. So if you just sort of hang back, and then you're effectively controlling the spawn, and what you want to be doing is alternating between this window and door here, because you can get some decent shots, and then run round to the other side and get some surprise kills. People will get used to you being at one particular window, so if you sort of like switch it around a little bit, they know you're going to be somewhere, but they don't really know where, so they can't come straight to you and kill you. If you just keep switching it back and forth, then you're going to keep them guessing, really. The reason I do this in a game of domination is, as far as I'm concerned, it helps the objective, because you're keeping the opposition into like a trapped location, and when they're doing that, they can't be planting or defusing a bomb. So you're sort of controlling what they do. So, I mean, people who suggest that you're not playing for the objective, actually, I disagree. I think you're playing a bigger part towards the objective. Because obviously they can't move. I think it's probably one of the more vital roles in the in a domination game. It's not domination, it's demolition. Sorry, I do apologise. Replace everything I've said about domination with the word demolition, and carry on. And what you need to do is when you know the spawns, it makes you planting your air support a lot easier as well. What to say? When it comes to your spawns, people will spawn on a sort of a spawn furthest away within a specific region. They'll spawn at the bomb site, but they'll spawn the furthest away from you that they possibly can. Now, if you sort of invade that spawn area, they're going to push back to the point where they're unable to physically spawn, because there needs to be a minimum distance between you and the the other team. So then, if you push into here, they, as you can see, they'll start spawning up at the top of the escalators. And when they start spawning at the top of the escalators, that's when they'll start to run a different route. They'll run across the top corridor of Doom, and then it renders this effectively useless. So yeah, expect to die like a fair few times on this, but it's really surprising how many people don't pay attention to what's going on around them. Now with me, I will constantly look around me all the time in every direction just in case there's someone coming. I mean, it's easy to run from A to B, but I mean, you're going to get shot in the side of the face if you're not going to pay attention. And that's what a lot of these people don't do, which is why I can pretty much leave this tactical insertion in plain view. I mean, it's not hidden, it's just in between two carts, but people aren't looking around. Now, if you are on the receiving end of this sort of attack, then use your senses and actually use your brain and look for things. Because if there's someone that's always in your spawn and he's always there and he's raping you, then you got to ask yourself why. It's obviously got a tactical insertion somewhere, and it's constantly in your face. Another thing to notice is be aware of where you're spawning as well, because if you start to spawn in a place which is unusual from where you should be spawning, then it makes you wonder where are the opposition. And there is a good chance there is somebody camping behind here. So, without even having a UAV or anything like that, you can sort of predict where they are. So, I hope this helps. If you like, click like, subscribe, comment. I'll catch you guys later.